down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
All right, we're back in the studio. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Airbnb show with Al Williamson. I am not a singer, but I am a learner, and I'm excited to learn from the master of Airbnb. We got Al Williamson back in 2011. Al was hedging forth, being the hedgehog for landlords like myself, and learning and mastering Airbnb. I'm glad that you're back on the radio show.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to do a new thing that I like is FAQs, frequently asked questions about Airbnb. We had the class the other day. I'm glad that you stayed in Oklahoma City for a couple of days, and I know you're probably tired of getting pulled back into the studio. You know, go to bed, come back. We're going to go back in the studio. I'm going to grind it out. But, you know, I got a lot of questions last night, and, you know, I want to answer those questions.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. In the ghetto.
Yeah.
I got a guy text me last night from the class. Let me pull it up. That is a big question I get. Well, this is the question. Mm-hmm. Hey, my rental is on 36th and Penn, sort of rough, and on a busy street on Northwest 36th. Mm-hmm. Do you think that you would be a bad spot for Airbnb? Answer that question for me.
So I'm going to do it two ways. I'm going to say, one, you couldn't make much money because you would be like, what, $10 a night.
But it's not the ghetto, though.
Well,
okay, let me give you some parameters.
Okay.
This investor is a little bit different than me. He has a little bit more higher end homes. He has flipped big homes, like $300,000 homes, $200,000 homes. He was a spec builder at one time. So he has the construction on lockdown. Mm-hmm. I saw the photos last night. Okay. And I'm like, and I have houses in this exact same neighborhood. Okay. But he just doesn't know the neighborhood. It is on a busy street, but it's not on a thoroughway. And it's 2 miles from the mall. Well, so if I was coming into Oklahoma City and his house, I saw the photos. Yeah, was $55 a night. Okay, and it was right by Penn Square Mall. Okay, and 20 minutes from the airport. And you're in the center of the city. It's not ghetto. It's not like you're going to get shot at. It's just busy. And he says the house is a little rough, but rough to him because he's high end. Okay. Rough to me is like Taj Mahal.
Well, I thought you were saying rough as in crime rate.
I mean, there's probably I own a house, several houses in that exact neighborhood he's talking about. Okay. And I run them out like quick. To me, I think they're hot. Okay. So I mean, quality construction. Yeah, it's a frame house. It's not like Edmond where we were this morning. Okay. So it's not that. Yeah. But it's middle of the road.
Oh, middle of the road's fine if the crime is under control.
But how do you determine? I mean, of course, I can Google up crime.
Yeah, the stats are on your sheriff department, police department.
I can get that, but I mean,
you should know that about your neighbor. I mean, he knows if his area is
he's savvy,
is safe for a visitor who's not oriented.
So how would I answer that question to this joker?
So people coming in who are not familiar, like this is my first time in Oklahoma City. Mm-hmm. I just do not know. I don't even know where north is.
True.
Yeah. And I don't know which area is safe and what one's not. And I would take some chances if I was traveling by myself. But if I have my wife and my kids with me, I don't want to take a chance at all. Mm. So that's why there's two things. If your area is not so good, you're going to get some bad reviews by people who have the expectation that is at a certain level of safety. And then you could price it so you can rent anything on Airbnb. It's just a matter of price. If you take your price down and you tell people about, you're honest.
This is a sketchy neighborhood?
Yeah, you're open to. Some big bikers may say, okay, that's fine with us. We don't,
I got a 9mm.
Yeah. and they'll take it. So you can rent just about anything. It's just a matter of price and if it's worth
the time and effort.
Your time and effort, because you got cleaning costs are going to probably be the same everywhere.
So I'm just going to have the guy wait for the episode to come out. And listen to it. Great advice. Okay, here's another question. I'm going to fire them off at you.
Okay.
I know you got a few of them on your little pad, but we're going to go big.
Okay.
Speaking of reviews, I got a bad review. Can I get that off?
No.
I'm locked down forever.
Well, if it's honest bad review, that's right. You can respond to it.
Okay. Do they, like Airbnb, police those? Like some joker, because he broke the glass and I got to charge him $300 for the breaking the glass on my kitchen table because he was getting funky with somebody. And and he pissed off. I'm like, no, bro, you owe me $300. And he's like, F you. I'm going to give you a bad review. Because that's how eBay was. There's a bad culture on eBay 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I can't get a bad review.
Right.
Now eBay just locks that down. You can't give someone a bad review on eBay. Just so you know, you can't. You can't. I mean, they blind them.
So let me answer that one. So there's a dispute resolution department with Airbnb.
Okay.
And that's why you want to do your communications through the Airbnb
website
interface, the website, so that it tracks down that and documents that and timestamps it.
And so they can
review that
and say, okay, you're right, Mr. Van Kellenberg.
And they'll make you
the
whole.
guy was a joker.
They'll make you whole.
Well, that happened to me on Uber. This is a crazy story. So I was on Uber, and I know this is a sidetrack here, but we were in Uber. Some dude picked us up. First time he's Ubering. It was dirty, nasty, like scary. He was a drug dealer. I'm not playing. This was in Michigan.
Okay.
Like he was just like, he had his granddad run the Airbnb, but he was running the Airbnb. And we were scared.
You're talking about the Uber?
Yeah, the Uber guy.
Okay.
And so the guy was like doing a drug deal in the car, like talking about it. And I was like scared. Okay. And I'm not a puss. I'm 300, I'm not playing,
Right.
But I'm, life and death, drugs and driving around, I'm just trying to get from the mall back to my hotel. Like, hey, homie, good luck,
Yeah.
But I put it on Uber. I said, hey, I wrote out, hey, this guy was sketchy, blah, blah. They just shut the dude down.
That's good.
I mean, then they refunded me. I didn't want a refund, but I know that the guy was telling me about the hot girl with white pants.
How much she cost?
But before, before she wrote, she was upset. I said, "This is your first time?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Have you had any issues?" Yeah, the girl didn't like me because the car was, her white pants was dirty from the car. It was that dirty.
Oh my goodness.
So Uber shut him down. But I mean, but Uber was policing that.
That's
so
right.
Does Airbnb have that type of? And I think that's where society's going.
Yeah.
Hey, reviews are everything.
Reviews are everything, and they want them to be third party. I tried to make a change with one of my. No, that wasn't Airbnb. That was a different company. But Airbnb has grown to 1.5 million rooms under management per night because they got their systems down, and other people are trying to catch up and innovate. And their CEOs and founders are designers, so they're all about user experience and making things beautiful and comfortable and with high trust levels. So absolutely, I haven't been in that situation where I've had a bad one in all these years. I've been doing it since 2011, and I haven't had a bad experience yet.
Okay, all right. Other FAQs. You got some on your pad? Let's get them on.
Okay. How do you get paid?
Yeah, how do you get paid?
Yeah, people.
And what's the percentage? How's that work? And will that ever change?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. 2 minutes. Okay.
Fire.
So Airbnb collects the money and they hold it until the person checks in. A day after they check in, they release the money to the host.
So if you're staying there 5 days, you can get your money in 2 days?
You get your money
halfway through the process?
The first day.
Okay.
It's after 24 hours after the beginning of everything. Because they hold it in case that person decides to, oh no, I'm not going to stay here. I'm out.
If it's ghetto or something.
Yeah. If it's not what it was portrayed to be, you can't. You can't
throw fake photos.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So 24 hours, then what's the percentages?
They take 3% currently. Yeah. But I'm expecting that, if they go public or if they get greedy.
Or get bought out?
I doubt anyone can buy them.
Right. Yeah. 30 billion.
Yeah. They go public. So, like VRBO has raised their rates significantly and caused a lot of pain to a lot of hosts.
Well, they just switched out to HomeAway.
HomeAway bought VRBO,
and they still raised them.
And Expedia
owns
bought
HomeAway.
So everyone's gobbling each other up, and they're looking at how they make money. And so they by increasing fees, they want to make money that way.
It's just like eBay did the same thing.
Same thing.
And people complained and left, and here we are, still with those high fees.
That's right.
The interesting thing, the one thing that just fascinates me about this business model, they don't own any assets.
That's right.
Not tangible. They have assets of their technology,
intellectual,
and their
right.
fan base and their
right.
users.
Right.
But this is amazing. Okay, FAQs. Come on, keep rolling.
Yeah. Do I need additional insurance? And absolutely, if you're doing stays less than 30 days, people staying night to night, then your landlord insurance, your house policy doesn't cover that.
So should I call my insurance agent and ask them that, or should I just add a rider on there? And what do I add the rider for?
Yeah, you can definitely talk to your insurance company to double check what I'm saying, but typically you need to go to a different company to get a small policy for short stays. And I don't.
Do you know who?
Yeah, I have a list on my website. You can throw it in your show notes.
Okay, what's the? Excuse me. What's the website?
It's airbnblandlord.com. I started a small blog there to
answer those questions.
To answer those questions, yeah.
Okay, so special insurance, you should get it.
Yeah.
Can I get a cost or in general?
I understand it's super affordable, but I don't have it because I don't do those type of stays.
Okay. All right, another one.
Another one is, what kind of vacancy rates should I expect?
Ooh, great question.
Yeah, and my response to that is, vacancy rates are only relevant to landlords. We're doing something different now. We're in the hospitality industry, so if you are a landlord shifting over to this to make money,
welcome. That's why you're here.
Yeah. So
let's be clear.
You need to say, okay, how much money net will I make in a year as a landlord? And
you can't quantify that.
Yeah, you can. You can.
But not if you're
can estimate
rookie.
that.
Okay, I estimated it, but I can't give you hard data.
How much my net's do I want? And then how long will it take me to make that as an Airbnb landlord? That's the question. How many months will it take me to make the same amount of money?
Okay. So how do you answer that question?
Well, the question is, you get your rates together, and some months are busier than other months, and adjusting your rates during the busy months. And if it's for example, in my experiment, starting from scratch, I was able to make all my money, my net that I would as a traditional landlord by October. The end of September.
So within 10 months. So you're telling me 12 months are a pure profit, or just gravy?
I made 2 months. I had made all my income that I would have made in 10 months So I had 2 months to make additional profit.
Right. So that percentage would be an increase of roughly 13%.
Man, you're good with numbers in your head.
I mean, just mathematically.
That's some public education you got.
All right. Good answer. Good question. I mean, good, whatever. Good answer. The other question I had, what months are busy? Like, because I'm all juiced up. I'm November. I got 21 days. And that seems like that's a hard month for me.
Yeah.
Because you got Thanksgiving.
Right.
People don't want to move. Now, I'm a landlord. So 17 years of being a landlord, November, December gets kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
January, February, people hate those months because of snow, but not me, because that's when the cash checks come out. Go ahead. Good job. A political, you know what I'm saying? That everyone gets their income tax checks.
This is a different economy. You need to completely take your landlord hat off.
Okay.
Because it's everything. This is completely
like the soap,
different.
Like the soap.
Yeah, like the soap.
Oh, you buy your own soap.
Yeah. So it depends on what's going on in your town. If your town has a festival in December,
month, Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy.
Or Thunder Beach in Florida.
Right. And so that's if you're in the tourist. If you're targeting tourists, it's gonna be it's fluctuating. If you're targeting business travelers, it's gonna be a little more consistent.
And I think that I heard that last night or the other night. You really, I loved your analogy between tourist and business traveler, and you've leaned more towards the business traveler.
That's right.
Because it's less turnover, and with us more money.
Less turnover, different set of expectations, completely different different mindsets.
Easier.
Yeah,
I need my internet.
They're being reimbursed. So they're less price sensitive than someone who's coming out of pocket.
Economics.
Yeah, your children will order the most expensive thing on the meal, but you won't.
So true. Okay, cool. All right, good stuff. Okay, another question.
Okay.
Mr. Jeffrey Taylor, Mr. Jeffrey Taylor, landlord. Did he ever do an Airbnb?
Yeah, he's working on one right now.
So when I see him in January,
ask him how Dot's doing.
Okay, so but they haven't officially popped their
they
Airbnb yet.
She's furnishing it as we speak.
Okay, I cannot wait to slap them because I won.
and
I won.
You want another question?
I'm just like, I'd like to win. I won because like I look up to them. They're my mentors.
They're good.
And then like they're slow adapters. You guys know Al Williamson. Did you spoke the first time that I spoke?
Yeah, I did.
So we both shared the stage the same time. So it's like our inaugural.
I was your warm up act. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. I like that.
You shut it down after.
Hey man, I'm a comedian up there.
Oh man,
you are all education. I was like, you saw I was up front with my jaw dropped. I'm like,
they threw Mr. Rogers before.
And you spoke before. You spoke about not even Airbnb.
No,
I mean
like
auxiliary or auxiliary.
No, it was inner city revitalization.
Yeah,
a landlord's role. Yeah,
and I'm in that environment. Okay,
yeah.
Enough of me, enough of you.
Yeah.
Next one.
Okay, how much money can I expect? How much profit can I expect if I go Airbnb as a landlord? And I recommend that you should expect if you're running a tight ship and hopefully using some of the systems that I have for you, is your net should increase by 30% in the first 12 months, and you can do much better afterwards. But
okay, so let's run numbers. Okay, I yield right now on that unit, that condo that I have. I know that I can yield $200 a month. Okay, I know that after PIT net.
Okay,
just like take home, put in the bank because I bought it right.
Then times 12.
So 2400.
Okay.
And so then I need to increase that by 30%.
Yeah, you should expect that you'll increase that by 30% your first 12 months.
So 10% would be $250, so $750. So roughly almost $3,000 would be my yield.
And then so now you're building up reviews and you're building up your momentum, and you're going to be able to raise your rates, and you'll probably do 50% better the following year.
Okay. So your strategy is to get it low in the beginning. I like that. This is another FAQ question. How long should I keep it low? You're saying 12 months? Or
no.
It was like, okay, tell me that strategy.
First get 3 reviews, outstanding reviews.
3 5 stars.
And then start experimenting with your rates.
Like 10%, 15% of what I'm charging?
Yeah. Just
inch it up? Or should I go like big ball? Like right now I got a unit at 67.
You can monitor your traffic. Like you guys did. If you bump them up and your traffic drops off and your request to book drop off, then you drop your rates back down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have another question, or is that all? Is that it? That's
all. How much does Airbnb take? What's their cut?
Okay.
And did I say 3%?
Maybe.
Did we talk about that?
You talked about it a couple days ago. But this is someone's listening to this for the first time. They don't know. 3%. So 3%.
Yeah.
Is that it? All right. So that's the kind of the top 5 or 6 or 10 we covered of frequently asked Airbnb questions for landlords. If you have a question, man, we want to address it, talk about it, and get that answer to you. The best way to get a hold of that is the expert, not me. I'm just dibbly dabbling in Airbnb. But go to this website, airbnblandlord.com. That's AIRBNB landlord.com. Al Williamson will answer your question. He's been outstanding since I've known him for almost 5 years now, and it's been a blessing. Al, I really appreciate you taking the time and educating people.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I can't wait to see what the future holds in Airbnb. You would think that no one would ever beat Walmart.
Right.
And I'm old enough to see the start and the end. And I see Walmart the other day buy jet.com for $3 billion. Jet.com. No, people don't even know what jet.com is.
Right.
I mean, they probably know now.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, will there be competition for Airbnb? I know they're having, like Lyft is for Uber.
Right.
Is there a competition for Airbnb?
There are.
Cribpad.com.
Well, for example, the gay lesbian community has their own.
Cool.
Airbnb.
So niche. Horse
Motel.
So they should just sell their.
even African Americans that feel that they've been discriminated have their own.
You're black.
So yeah,
how could you? You're freaking.
Well,
how can you get discriminated from Airbnb?
Because people see the name.
So the Kwanzaa.
Yeah, they look at the name and they decline them. So that's just a factual thing.
Oh, okay.
That's just a factual thing.
No, that's true because you're right. When I did my first Airbnb, like I went and stayed, and the guy asked me my name.
Yeah,
like that was the big question. And of course, I got Van Cowenberg, 14 letters.
Yeah.
But, that is true. Like
Sound of Music or something. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Leroy, you think twice about.
Yeah, I agree, man. So people are racist.
So these people are niching down on the idea and creating their own.
Can you have a fake name? No, they wouldn't know. I guess Airbnb checks it out because they verified the piss out of me.
Yeah, they verify you.
Yeah, of course they got $1 million on liability.
Yeah, that's right.
That's sad. We got to get to an economy, to society that we got to have our niches because of racism. That bums me out. Anyway, man, you are amazing. Wealth of information. I can't wait to see you speak again. You crushed it the other day, and just looking forward to growing with you. You have a couple books out on Amazon. It's Al Williamson. He's got a great course. It's only he's doing it on $200. We'll have a link somewhere. I don't know. It has the welcome home packet or whatever you call it. You call it the manual, the guest manual.
Guest manual.
You got videos. I saw the ghetto video walking in your unit.
That's it. As simple as that. Yeah.
It was like, it was funny, but I watched it, and man, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you. And I appreciate your time, bud.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.